Kyle, can I use you? Don't get too close to me. I got to show you the stuff. Okay. All right. So I was talking to your coach, and one thing he wants to really work on this season is your gripping. Okay. So I'm kind of good at this. I'm not the best, but I have some ideas. I think it's worked for a lot of our guys here at Welcome Mat for a long time. So we're going to do some gripping now. If you know some of this stuff, bear with me. We're going to start from scratch, but we're going to really get into some gripping drills tonight and really work on it, okay? Doesn't matter what age you are, gripping is an essential part of judo, okay? Now, there's some fundamental things you should do, some fundamental things you should not do. We're going to cover the bad things first, okay? So when I bow, we start. I'm going to fight Kyle. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, okay? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Look at my right hand, look at my right foot. Now tell me what I'm doing wrong. What am I doing wrong?
You stepped with the right foot and you put out the right
That's
hand.
exactly right. That's exactly right. So when I'm fighting here and I'm starting, I want to see if I'm leading with my right foot, I'm going to get my left hand first to jerk him in. Because I don't want to do this because guess what? He could foot sweep me right away. Boom. And I've seen it happen a lot. So if we're coming out here and I do this, bam, I'm asking to get drilled. Okay? All right. So when we start, hands up. Now, another thing I don't want to do is be all bent over. I got to have a good posture. It's almost like I'm throwing my hips forward when I do this. When you're gripping somebody and they're all bent over, they're off balance. I don't want to be that guy off balance. So I want to be, instead of being like this, you can just dominate me. So I want to be upright. Okay? Okay. Now, some other things. When we're doing this, I don't want you making big looping movements with your hands. Everything is like, it's like a boxer would do. Really short, choppy movements with the hands. Don't big looping movements. If I'm coming out here, it's pretty obvious. Boy, he's just nailing. He can come in with a nice serenagi and I'm taking a trip. Those are some things you don't want to do. Okay? So keep your hands in close and short. Now list the things you need to do. All right, as soon as you bow, hands up, step forward, hands up, just like Kyle did that perfect. It's like I'm looking through a screen here. Computer screen, TV screen, whatever. Okay? And when I make contact, when we're at gripping, and I make contact, I'm going to get, my hand is probably going to be what I call my anchor hand. I got a good anchor on it because now I can start moving and doing other stuff. Okay? I'm going to be grabbing his sleeve as my anchor hand. That's okay. You're going to have one hand you're going to start with, and the other hand you're going to get and move around. Don't just go in there and go like that, because he will stop you. Okay? So have a plan which hand you're going to lead with. Does that make sense to everybody? Now, are you doing that now? Are you thinking about that? Kids can think about this. You're not dumb. Just because you're kids doesn't mean you can't know these things. You should do them, okay? Or adults sometimes too. Okay, so we're doing this. So I got my hand, I got my grip. Now I can start working them. Now this other hand, what we call the power hand, or your steering hand often, okay? Now that's the hand, and I never want to just kind of grab at the same time because I'm still open and he could come in and hit me with a move. So once I get my first hand here, my anchor, now I'm going to start, as soon as I grip here, I'm going to start moving at the same time. Now I never like to go forward or backward in a straight line because I'm walking right into a throw. Okay, so when I grab, I'm going to probably move one way or the other, and I'll probably move over to my right like this and get my grip. If you ever watch your coach grip, that's exactly what he does. And he's gripped a lot of guys and set them up with his throws. Because now, I'm thinking in my mind, I want to set this guy up with a throw. So I'm thinking, don't just want to grip him. What do I want to do with that grip? I got to take it to another level. So, like say you're a Tayotoshi guy or girl, okay? So I get my grip, and I'm going to circle around the outside, and as soon as I circle around the outside, I get set my hand there, and boom, I shoot in my Tayotoshi. So we can start setting things up right from the get-go. A lot of the best grips are the ones you grip and throw with immediately. Okay? And I know you guys work on that. Grip and throw. You can grip and throw, foot sweep them, or set them up with an uchimata, so a big throw too. So what we're going to do first, we're going to do some gripping drills here. But we're going to do, as soon as you bow, hands up. Man, that's cardinal rule. You've got to have your hands up. Now also, when you're gripping and your hands up, don't go batting away. You get a penalty. It's very defensive, passive kind of judo. You don't want to do that. If I'm going to have to bat his hands down, boom, I'll catch and go like that. I want to be able to catch him. We'll talk about that momentarily. But I don't want you batting the hands down like this. I want you to get them and go, okay? So if his hands are up, Lee here, catch that. He's going to react, isn't he? He's going to kind of pull back, and as he does, I start to set up, and there I go. So that's some stuff I can do to start, right? It makes sense. Now, we're going to have a gripping. We're going to use this. I want you to use this on each other. We're going to have grip rondori. And what grip rondori is just like rondori, except you don't really throws or pins or anything like that. It's just gripping. And I'm going to try to outgrip Kyle. Kyle's going to try to outgrip me. We're going to do it for about a minute or so. Then we'll get a new partner. We'll bow and get a new partner. Now, if at some point we're gripping here and I get a better grip than him, and man, I just dominate him and say, okay, you got me. Start again. Okay, boom. I won the first round. Okay? He might win the second round, but it's like grip rondori. I want to beat him in rondori. Now, when you grip rondori, you got to be real intense. You got to be real intense. You know, when I was coaching young guys and girls for a long, long time, in this very room, years ago, we would have grip rondori a lot, okay? And sometimes the gripping would get really, really aggressive and rough. Harder than regular rondori almost. And they just really, really aggressive. So you got to get that way. You got to remember, this is a fight. It isn't a game, okay? So when we grip, we're going to do this drill. Now remember, some things I want to see you do. I want to start with your hands up, and I don't want you to leave the same side foot. I want you to cross grip here, and when you get your hook on, you move. Don't just stand there and grab, because you're giving him an opportunity to throw you. As soon as I get my grip, as soon as I want to get my grip, whatever it is, but power here, power hand here, or here, wherever it is, as soon as I get that, boom, I'm going to start moving him. I'm going to start setting him up, okay? Those are some things I want to do in this grip round, okay, this rondori round. But here's what it'll look like. We'll bow, hands up, and now we'll start fighting for the best grip. Now, another thing also, keep your elbows in. Don't extend your arms, okay? Again, like a boxer. You don't see boxers throwing punches like this on TV, do you? They're close and tight. Same with us in Judo. Same here. So keep your elbows in. And when I work, boom, like this, keep them in tight and close. Now, I'm going to try to outgrip him. He's going to try to outgrip me. And it's going to be a real contest. I want you to be really, really aggressive and really competitive in this drill, okay? Don't be mean or do stupid stuff, but be really competitive. Does that make sense to everybody? That the best way to train for good hard grip fighting is to do a lot of grip fighting, but do it right, okay? So what I'm going to have you do is, so we're going to break here, get a partner, face each other. When Coach Kenny says, Hajime, we bow, hands up, get at it. We'll go for a minute, okay? And then we'll bow to each other, shake hands, get a new partner. We'll go 3 or 4 rounds of that, 1-minute rounds, okay? All right, get a partner, let's go. We're going to drill, talk, that type. Okay, next couple of drills, we're going to do this, and I want you to focus in on this, okay? When we're gripping, another really important rule is I want to try to always have the inside grip. You may have heard Kenny talk about that, your coach talk about that. Try to have the inside grip. So if I'm not thinking, and I let him get the grip, see my hand here, his grip's on lapel. He could even maybe have it here, and he's got the inside grip. And he's controlling me now, isn't he? Okay? I don't want that to happen. So when we're gripping, okay, now, I want you to think about this. Again, it's kind of related to boxing, very similar. I want to get to the inside, just like a boxer wants to get, boom, jab right there. I want to make sure my hands are on his chest or his body so where I can control his shoulders. If I can control his shoulders, I'm going to control his hips. I control his hips, I'll be able to control his body and throw him. It's a straight line down, okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so now when we grip, or grip fighting, okay, I want to get my left hand, because that's off to my anchor hand. Notice I'm leading the right, okay? I'm going to try to get on the inside here. I'm going to try to get his lapel, or somewhere in here, where he's thinking, well, I just want my left lapel, so he's going to be fighting that all day, and he's going to be, all right? But really, I want my right hand on the lapel. And that's the hand I want inside there, so I'm going to catch there, and I can maybe switch back to where I have my standard grip, okay? All right, so, but I want to have my hand inside so I can move his shoulders. I want to have inside, now if his hand's here, and I'm over this, he's blocking me. He can just stiff arm me out and stop me, can't he? Okay? So I'm going to come back here and come up, catch my grip inside. Roll the shoulder. Now watch, I'm not just using my hands now. Watch my elbows and shoulders. he had the inside grip. I don't like it, okay? Pull here, come up here, and now I just pop the shoulder off, now I'm on the inside. Little things like that, you want to get the inside grip. Because if I'm a Morote Seoinage guy, I can swing under and catch him real clean. If I'm a Taiotoshi guy, I can come and set him up here, Taiotoshi. So my inside grip, you want to try to always get the inside grip. Now, I was a big, tall guy. I'm still a big, tall guy, I guess. But when I was competing, I like to get my left hand and control the shoulder here a lot. So I was here, and I just dominate that shoulder. And that was my anchor. That was my, kind of like my radar. I felt him always where he moved. But it was always on the inside grip. Okay? The other hand, I come around here and catch it. We'll talk about that later. But try to get the inside grip. So what I don't want to see is this. Come out here and let him get the inside grip. I didn't like that. So boom, I'll catch you. I'll get the inside grip. Let's try to keep working the inside grip. Now notice another thing. We're not just using our hands. We're using our shoulders and elbows to roll and block. So if I have to kind of get my shoulder, I might have to pop it here, keep it in here, roll. See, he's trying to do that. He's trying to roll it over. See, now he's got the grip I don't like. Okay, I'll try to set up. These jackets are made to grip with. That's why they were invented this way, so we could use them all kinds of ways to grip and manipulate people. So this time, get the inside grip. So we're going to rondori, it's going to be like this, and we're going to just work, and it's going to be kind of a cat and mouse game. See, I got it, and I'm not letting him have it back. If I can avoid it. And he doesn't like it. See, he's trying to, oh, darn, he got it inside. Yeah. All right, I got to figure it out. That's part of the game of gripping, okay? Why do I want that inside grip? So I can pop him better and attack him better. I can control and manipulate his shoulders better by grip inside. Make sense to everybody? Okay, I'm going to have you grip now. We're going to do a couple more rounds of gripping. Get the inside grip. Don't just grab any old way, because he isn't. He'll have a plan, whether I have it or not. I better be ready. Okay? All right, let's go. 2 more rounds of gripping.
Where?
We were saying earlier, your grip rondori, now it'll never be as hard as regular rondori, okay? We understand that. But make it really hard and aggressive, okay? Make it very competitive. I want to outgrip Kyle, he wants to outgrip me, okay? He wants to really try to beat me in this, right? Now, one way is making a move. Okay, so we're going to make a move. I don't want to move the wrong way because I might move into a throw. And I want him to move into my throw. So when we start fighting, okay, how we move is really important. Okay, now think about it. I want to keep my hips that are close enough to attack or defend. I don't want to be all bent over like this because I'll be stomping around and he'll be beating me. I want to make sure my hands are up, my posture's up, kind of leading with a knot of my belt. Okay, you ever see that? Lead with your belly button and a knot of your belt, whatever you want to call it, but lead with it. All right, so we're there. All right. Now, I'm going to be moving him. He's going to be trying to move me. That's part of Judo. The good kazushi, or breaking in the balance, all relies on good movement. Okay, it makes sense. That's what we do. So now I want to move him better than he can move me. Okay, so we're going to get our grip. Say I get the grip I like. I'd say it's a standard grip. Okay, could be another one, but say it's this one. All right. Now, I want to move, and he's not dumb. He's probably not going to go more than a few steps. Yeah, you guys better look out. We're going to go that way. So you move back just a bit. So I'm going to set him up, and he's going to keep me from setting him up. So I want to move this way, and he doesn't want to move that way. He's going to move the other way. So as soon as we grip, I'm going to start moving this way, and he's going to try to cut me off and stop me. See that? Okay. Whereas he's gripping, and which way are you going to move?
Adam, come over here, buddy.
Okay, he wants to move that way. Boom, I'm going to set him up and pop that, stop him from moving that way.
Okay.
So I don't want him to take more than 1 or 2 steps to try to set me up and control me. Does that make sense? But I want to try to control him with those steps. So here's what we're going to do now. A little more controlled drill. Not so much rondori now. As soon as we get, now I decide, okay, the grip I want is a sleeve and lapel grip. Pretty standard kumikata grip. Great for Judo. That's the grip I want. All right? And he's still kind of giving me some resistance, but not total anymore. It's not total 100% resistance now. He's kind of helping me. It's more of a drill. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to set him up for my seoinage. Okay? And I got a pretty decent knee drop seoinage, and a lot of times I like to move it to my right. I move the direction of his lapel, and maybe 1 step, as soon as I step him that way, boom, I set him up, and get set into my knee drop seoinage. That's what I want to work on. That's what I have in my mind. Okay? So now, he's going to give me about halfway resistance. He'll let me get it, but he's going to make me earn it. Okay? Then it'll be his turn to do what he does. Okay? So, bow. As soon as I get my grip, we fight a little bit. Get the grip. Okay, when we get the grip, now I'm going to set it up step once, and I'm going to set in. See, knee up, say nine. Good. Okay, got it. Good. Now it's his turn, and he'll tell me what thing to do. Say nine. Okay. Which way you want to do? Okay. So see, we kind of got to know which way we're moving so we can work with each other. But I'm still going to make it harder for him. So as soon as we bow, grip. Okay. Boom. He sets me up. He wants to set me up. He shouldn't take 2 or 3 steps to try to throw me. Should happen one grab and hit. One step. There are very few people on this planet dumb enough to go 2 or 3 steps with you. They're out there. And you hope you find them in a round of a tournament. You know, that's the kind of guy goody pawn throw. But don't count on that happening. Okay? All right. So he knows. I say, okay, Kyle, before we start, I'm going to move you to my right. I'm going to do my knee drop sayonagi. Okay, Steve. When it's my turn, I'm going to move you to my left. I'm going to hit you with my stand-up sayonagi. Okay. It could be taitoshi. It could be any throw. I could be grabbing, and it's a step to the right, and I foot sweep him. That's what I want to do, Kyle. Okay, good. Okay, we're working on it. If I accidentally throw him, big deal. He takes a break fall. Don't try to throw him. We're just setting him up and working on it right now. So we kind of leveled it back a little bit. We're going to grab, step, and attack. Most of the time, a lot of times, like you get a rest in a match, got to fix your gis. Okay, got to do that. You know, kind of type halfway through. Okay, got my gi fixed. Referee says, okay, how'd you make it? Well, a lot of times, a good time to hit him with a throw, as soon as you come out, grab and throw. Right off the hajime. That's a really good time to throw him. Okay? So let's work on this. Drill kind of leads to that. So he knows I'm going to step, knee drop sayonagi. I know he's going to step, stand up sayonagi. You guys have it worked out with your partner, and I want you to do 5 each to start. Now normally you do about 10 or more. Really work on it for some time. But right now, because I'm introducing these new things to you, just do 5. I'll do 1, he'll do 1. I'll do 1, he'll do 1. We do 5 rounds of that. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. So when you get a partner, you tell them how you want them to move. Like I said, I'm going to step to my right, I'm going to do my knee drop sayonagi. You say, okay, I'm going to step to my left, do my stand-up sayonagi. You'll tell your partner something different, I know. But work it out with each other so you can drill on that, okay? But I don't want to see you take 2 or 3 steps. I see 1 step and hit. 1 step and throw. That's where you get really good results. Okay? Make sense? Let's do that. Thank you, sir. All right. But you'll see some adults who are real anxious to get their hands on that poor guy they're fighting. They can't wait to get their hands on him. Boy, those are the suckers you throw. Okay? So here's what a drill we're going to do. All right? It's called you stand your ground drill. Okay? As soon as we bow, gets his pants good. Okay. Let's turn the side here. So everybody, guys? Okay. All right, so bow. Now watch. I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to stand my ground. Okay, now if nothing happens, okay, then I'll make contact. But here's what I want to teach you guys. Never walk a straight line to your opponent. So if I make the mistake, as soon as I bow, I walk right into Kyle, I'm going to walk right into a sayonagi, aren't I? Or taitoshi, or anything else, uchimata, you name it. So what I'm going to do now is it's my turn, okay? I'm going to stand my ground, and he sees that. As soon as he steps forward, I'm going to grab him and hit a forward throw. Okay? You don't ever want to step to your opponent. Now, if I have to step to my opponent, watch what I do. If I have to get closer to him, I don't step straight into him because I'm too easy to throw. We got that, right? Okay? Now watch. As soon as when I step into him, I want to move sideways, laterally. I never walk directly to my opponent. It's like leading with your chin when you're a fighter. Okay? You don't want to lead with your chin. So as soon as we bow, and he's just standing there, he's doing the same thing I'm going to be doing. Okay, well then good. I'm going to move around here. I'm going to circle up, and now I got the angle on him, and I can try to throw him. But then did it walk straight into him? No. That's kind of what we were trying to get you to do before. Okay, walk it laterally. But we're going to work on this right now. I don't want to be the dumb guy that walks into the throw. So Kyle's going to do 1, and I'll do 1. We'll do 5 each. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bow. He's going to step forward. As soon as he steps forward, I'm going to hit my knee drop, sayonagi, whatever it might be. Okay? And let's go ahead and throw each other with it. Okay, now we're going to throw each other. So, okay, good. Did the break fall? Good. I walk into him. He'll set me in. Good. Okay, good. Do that again. Go. Get him. So as soon as he steps to me, I hit him. Okay? Does that make sense? You do not want to be the poor schlep that walks into a throw. Because you'll get the highlights of on the video on the YouTube that people see. You see that guy took a good flying lesson. You don't want to be that guy or girl, okay? You want to make the other guy be that guy or girl, all right? So, drill is this. We bow. I step forward. He hits a move. Boom, okay? Nice clean throw. All right, good. All right. Bow, step forward. Boom, I hit a nice throw. Back and forth, 5 each. Got it?
Got it.
Grab and hit. Let's go. Thanks. So now we're learning on grabbing and throwing. Okay? No more than one step. He's not dumb enough to take more than one step. He ain't going to do it. Now we're going to work on steering him into a throw. Who likes knee drop seoi-nage in here? A lot of people do. It's a very popular throw. Okay? Even if you don't have a great knee drop seoi-nage, this is a really good attack to use for a knee drop seoi-nage. Think of your knee drop seoi-nage as kind of like a baseball pitcher. Will throw a whole bunch of pitches, then he throws what's called the change-up. It could be a curveball, it could be a slider. It's a change-up, something he doesn't normally throw. You might be an Uchimata girl or a guy. Okay, that's great. But that knee drop seoi-nage comes in handy in a case like this, and we're going to work on that right now. So it's a good grip and throw drill, and for a bigger point. Okay? So what's going to happen? We're going to bow. Now, what I want to do, I want Kyle, let's move out here so we step in this. Now, I want Kyle to move this way because I'm a righty. Okay? Now watch. If I grab this, he'll know it's probably some kind of a seoi-nage I'm going to pull here. I'm going to fool him. So get here. I grip my here like this. As soon as I grip, see my opening stance? See my posture here? See my lapel grip? I'm going to grip here, and I'm going to step this way. I'm just going to step. Now, do I step this way? Cross my feet? Because he can foot sweep me, and I'm way off balance, aren't I?
Yeah.
So when I step this way, I back step here. See that? I don't step this way because I'm way off balance. I'm out of position. So as soon as I grip, step back this way. Now I set him into the throw. So what we want to do is see you grab and throw with a knee drop seoi-nage. Now I'm a righty. If I were a lefty, I grip this way. All right? I step this way, and I come to my left side. So if you're a righty, step to your left. If you're a lefty, step to your right. So as soon as we bow, grip, step, and hit. It's hard not to attack it. Okay? So as soon as we bow, grip, step, slide right in and fit. Now watch look at my feet. Your feet are going to do the same thing. As soon as we bow, okay, and we set my grip. Now watch my back step. Watch my foot right in there. I don't step across there, do I? I keep my foot inside there. And I can spin right in, hit my seoi-nage. Okay? That's what I want you to do right now. Is a grip and go. So bow, hit grip, step, and hit. Make sense? I'm going to do one, he'll do one, we'll go 5 rounds. I want a nice, clean knee drop seoi-nage that you don't get a little dink throw. You want a big score out of this. Okay? I want to get on the scoreboard. I don't want him to survive it. I want to get the score right off the bat. Okay? We'll do that. Let's go. Again, it all starts with your grip. When I'm starting to grip my opponent, when Kyle's out here and I'm gripping him, I have every intention in my mind, as soon as I get a hold of him, I'm going to hit him with my knee drop. Okay, I have a really good idea what I want to use. Okay, now, here's how we really sink it in and make it work for us, okay? We're going to do this drill here. And it's a gripping drill, but it's a throwing drill even better. All right, so I want to get my grip. Now, I'm going to throw him over my right side. Okay? All right, not over my right shoulder, over my right side. So it could be, I like to do Ippon style, not Morote, but Ippon style. It's just, I like that, I prefer that. But what I'm going to do with my left hand, I'm not going to grab his sleeve. I'm going to grab his lapel. Okay? So now, what's going to happen? We can just, the fact is we didn't have to grip fight. Let's just hold each other. Okay? So I'm going to have just one hand on him. My left hand on his lapel. See that? And when I do this, I'm just going to step him sideways. I'm going to step sideways, and I'm going to hit my knee drop seoi-nage. All right, so all I'm going to do is this. I'm going to step sideways, hit my knee drop seoi-nage, and there he's ready to go. Okay? All right, then it'll be his turn, and are you ready? Okay. Yeah. He'll grab the left hand on, and he'll step me sideways, and he'll drop into his knee drop seoi-nage. Okay? And that's what we're going to do. That's the drill we're going to do. I'm going to grip, left hand grip, side step, knee drop seoi-nage. He's going to get up, left hand on my lapel, sidestep, knee drop seoi-nage. Now why are we doing that? Because I want to create movement which will break his balance. And I want to get the grip that I can control his shoulders best with. If I grab here and try to do the sidestep seoi-nage, look at all the space. He's going to cut and stop me. He knows his judo. All right? But if I get him here, he may still try to block me, but I still have a better inside shot of catching that. Even if he turns and does a hip cut, I can still catch him. I control the shoulders better. I got to control the shoulders. That's what this drill teaches you. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
So what I'm going to have you do is this. Okay? My turn first. Left hand on the lapel. Sidestep. Knee drop seoi-nage. You actually do it. Okay? It'll be his turn. He'll grip me. One hand. Sidestep. Knee drop seoi-nage. We'll do 5 each. Normally in regular practice, we do a lot more than that. But right now, just 5 because I want you to get the idea. Because we've got a few other things to do. Then we're going to get some grip on you again. Okay? All right, 5 each. Let's go. All right. Now, we're going to step them. And we're going to get a bigger throw now. Okay? We're controlling the lapels. Now I want to do something with my right hand. Okay, I'm going to control that. Who likes to do like Harai Goshi, Uchimata, big crossbody Osotogari? You like Osotogari? Okay. All right, those are great throws. Okay. Now, I'm not always able to get the kind of my hand on the lapel. In fact, I may not always want that. Okay. Now, I'm kind of a big, tall guy, and even if you're not a tall guy, even if you're a middleweight, you're tall for your weight class. You know, you could use your hands. I'm going to work around here instead of grabbing here. Now I'm going to grab around here. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to pretend like I take my belt off and I'm wrapping it over Kyle's body or a rope. I'm going to rope him in and pull him into me. Okay? You think about that now. So we're gripping, and we start. Now, lead with the foot here. Now, I want my right hand actually right about here. Everybody see this? I don't want to grab really big over here because he'll throw me. If I reach too far, he'll take me off and counter me. You know, rear throw or a nagi type thing. All right? So when I do this, when I'm gripping, I want to get my right hand around just about here. There's a flop of gi here. Even on the tight gis, it's always kind of loose right here. That's what I want. Right? That's a good handle. Remember, these jackets, they're great handles. Everything's a handle. Okay? So when we're doing this, we're gripping here. Okay? My hand might be here, but now I want my right hand over here. But if I come and do this, he'll see it coming, won't he? So earlier tonight, we were talking about moving around to the side. Now watch me. I've got this grip. Now I'm going to move around to the side. I'm going to get my grip here. I got him sucked in. Now look at, we don't want to have floating elbows. We want them down. I want to crush him with my elbows. And if he tries to pop them up, I'm keep moving my elbows down. Because now I can do this, I can hit the Osotogari. That's what I'm going to go for now. Okay? So from this angle, watch. So we're gripping here. All right? I get my grip. There's my anchor. I want my right hand right here on this flop of gi. This great handle right here behind his shoulder. Okay, now if I reach too far over here again, he'll block it and he'll throw me or counter me. Or if I come over the top like this, you know, it looks good, but I'm kind of stuck. I got to do something else here. So I'm going to come around here. Now when I do it, now watch, if I come in and grab like this, he'll see me coming in, won't he? So I'm going to work around an angle. So if my right hand's reaching, I'm going to move around to my right and catch here. And now, what I can do, I can sidestep and hit an Osotogari. And a lot of times, that sidestep Osotogari, that side Osotogari, is really hard to stop. It's really a high percentage throw. It's a biggie pawn. So that's what we're going to work on now. We're not going to throw each other because I don't want you to clock each other too much in practice right now. I want you to work on the move. We'll throw later. Okay, so what we're going to bow, get my hand. Here's my anchor. See how I was leading? I wasn't doing this, was I? Like this. All right, now watch. I want to work around to my right because I'm a righty. And I want to get my right hand here. So when I do that, do I step this way?
No.
No, I kind of back step, don't I? Back step. And only one back step's all I need. Back step, catch. Now, as soon as I catch, elbows come down. See that? Okay, when I step in and crossbody, hit the Osoto. So I've got little cues in my mind. I'm not a real bright guy. I have to remember these things by little things that I do. And when you're fighting, that's the best way to do it. Don't try to think, Like this happens. Little things you do create something else that causes that to happen. That's why I always coach my guys, and that's why I always did myself. So as soon as we bow, hands there, okay, I got my grip, I got my anchor. As soon as I sidestep, I get my grip. Sidestep, catch my grip. As soon as I get my grip, elbows down. So all things happen one right after the other. Elbows down. Now watch with my left foot. That's going to step across his body. And I throw with Osotogari. And he's really, it's hard to block. Even if he does a hip cut, if he tries to do a hip cut, if he hip cuts out, it's going to be even a harder throw. And that happens a lot. Rather than just come in straight with the Osotogari. Does that make sense? So now, you see how grips work into a throw? I have in my mind, I want to throw him with an Osotogari. I'm good at it. I mean, I've thrown guys with this. And I've seen he's kind of weakness. He'll move for me. I've been watching this guy in the tournament. So as soon as I bow, start here, I get my grip. Okay, I decided, okay, I'm going to side step, catch it. He lets me have it. Oh, good. Life's good for me. Catch sideways, hit and go. Okay? Now, one thing I didn't do, I didn't come in and do this and try to load him up forward because he could really block me. I come across his body. An old coach of mine named Rene Pomerel taught me to do this way back about 1979-80. And it really helped me a lot. Okay? It makes sense to throw him to his side. He doesn't, he's weak on his sides. And that's what we're working on right now. That side movement. It's very weak. One more time, then we go. Okay, I'm going to let you do 5 fit-ins. Why don't you do 10 fit-ins? You do 1, he'll do 1 10 times, okay? So it'll be like this. It'll be my turn first. I get my anchor, okay? I step, I grip. Good, I'm sorry. Then he'll do it on me. You got the idea? Everybody got it? And then back and forth. You don't need to throw them right now. It's kind of an uchikomi drill, a grip and uchikomi. But everybody see that? Take things in time. It will take time to learn this. You won't learn it tonight. But at least we got the idea started. Okay? Thank you, sir. All right. Okay. Watch this, guys. Come on. Now watch. Now we're going to get good at that crossbody Osotogari. So what? I'm going to pick on him first, but I'll have you guys demo. Mark, you ought to notice by heart this stuff from me. All right. Here's what you're going to do. I'm the thrower. Okay? I'm facing that direction because I'm a righty. All right? When it's his turn, he'll be facing that direction. All right, so I got my grip. Now I'm going to get my grip here. And what we're going to do, I got my nice grip here. I'm not going to have my elbows float. They're going to be in. Now I'm going to step in. I'm just going to step once, cross, fit in. Okay, good. All right. Step once, cross, fit in. Okay, good. Step once, cross, fit in. Good. I got the rubber nose. Step once, cross, fit in. Okay, this is what I'm going to throw. As soon as I get to the mat, step there, I throw them. I'm going to have these guys demonstrate. You're going to come down the mat, do about 5 or 6, 7 uchikomi, whatever you need to do, and then right at the end, step and throw. And then the other person, he'll bring you down. I'm going to have, can you guys demo for me? Okay, so watch. So Kyle's going to start. He's going to get the grip, just like we did before, like he's looping the belt around him. All right? Sucking it in tight, isn't he? All right? He's going to step. And one thing Coach Kenny was showing you guys, notice he's not, if he's starting back here, he's got to step with his foot. He's just not going to reach with his leg. If he's back here, if he just reaches with his leg, well, he's going to get countered. The best counter for Osotogari is another Osotogari. So remember, he's got to step. This teaches you to step. So watch, he's going to step, fit in. Good. He's going to step again, step, fit in. Now this one he's probably ready to throw. Say, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take the big fall here. Okay, he's going to step and throw. Okay, and guess what? Mark will get his turn. We'll let him have his turn because he needs his turn too.
I want my turn.
Yeah, Mark wants his turn. Okay, get that gripper showing. Now watch how he does it. He steps, he fits in. Good. See, really good form every time. Every time is perfect form. That's what we want to see. All right, we're going to go down and back. You and your partner are going to go down and back several rounds until I get tired. And I might not get tired for a while. Okay? What question? Yes. As soon as you get done, come around the mat and go around so you don't walk into somebody's throat. You want to be safe in the dojo. That's right. Okay, we good? All right. Let's get everybody down here. We're going to start off for a second. Let me get a final second. Watch this. Watch. Some things you're doing wrong, guys. A lot of things you're doing right, but this is one thing I want to really point out here. some people, not everybody, some people make mistakes, okay? Look, I know when we teach you judo, good basic judo, we always teach you about pulling, don't we? Okay? All right. Well, in this case, it's a little bit different. You don't always brace the balance by pulling. Sometimes you have to pull in. You're still pulling, but you're pulling in a different direction. So we're kind of squeezing them in, just like you're crunching them. So if I get this and I got this, crunch them in. See how my elbows come in? If I do this, that could work. But odds are, I want to close him in. Odds are better for me making this work if I do this. And I can throw him a lot harder than if I do this. So there's a lot of space there. He can still do the hip block. But if I do this, I close a lot of space. He can't do the hip block. We're real close, real tight. We call short grips. So I want short grips in this. Now another thing, when you're attacking leg is this. Everybody's doing this pretty good. The step, that's a really good step. Okay? Now watch my right foot. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. What's wrong with my foot? Anaya?
Your foot is too high on your leg.
But it's too high, but look at my foot.
Not pointing.
My toe's not pointing, is it? If I'm doing this, I'm just going to club them, and it's not very strong. This is a lot stronger. I'm digging in, my toes down, I'm digging in like that. Now I can really bury this guy. So if I do this, I have less power, and he can stop it. This way, I can come on here, catch him, throw him. Believe me, your coach, Kenny, threw a lot of guys because he had this one move down. He had this. Sometimes he'd come in there, he'd hook on a guy, and he'd hook around sideways and hit him with a straight into a sotogari. I've seen him throw a lot of guys really pong with that move because he had good form in his foot, kind of like a ballet dancer. So it really is important. Okay? So when we come down, when we're moving here, okay, my turn. I'm going to step here, step, crunch it in, hook. Step, crunch it in, hook. Do they take 2 steps? Take 1 step and hit. Okay? Thank you. Let's finish the drill. We're going to do some more stuff after that. We're almost done. All right, we got some space. Need some space. All right, come on in. All right, now. Okay, so let's look at what we did tonight. Tonight was kind of our clinic and our workout practice session on gripping and throwing. Now there are other aspects of doing judo, we know that, right? But this is a really important aspect too, to know the grip and throw. Let's cover what we did, and then I'm going to have you do some grip rounds, okay? All right, as soon as you bow, what do you do?
Hands up.
Hands up, okay? Do I run it, Kyle?
No.
Okay, stand my ground. So bow, here. Now if I have to move, and I want to move, we're going to have to move eventually, aren't we?
Yes.
I'm going to move one way or the other, laterally, sideways. So I'm going to be here. And am I going to just kind of stand there and just let him grip me when I move sideways?
No.
I'm going to have my hands up because if he tries to grip me, boom, I'm going to get a better grip from him. Now, I usually grip into my power hand. Okay? So if I'm a righty, I'll usually stand to my right. Not always. I might want to do it with my left. But that's what a lot of guys do, and it works. The reason is because it works. Okay? So as soon as we bow, hands up. Okay, now, do I reach this same side?
No.
Out here, don't I? So, we want to make sure, do I want to get the inside grip?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to get the inside grip because that way I can control him. Even if I'm grabbing his sleeve here, if he gets the grip inside my sleeve, I don't like that. I'll pop it. I'm going to get a better grip. Okay? Always want to get the inside grip. The best way to train for gripping is not some fancy clinic or doing all these 1, 2, 3 moves like this. It's grip randori. When you want to train for gripping, grip randori is the best drill you can do. We've done it here at Welcome Mat for years, and it really works. A lot of good clubs do it too, not just us. Okay? So my goal now, when we start our grip randori, we're going to do another couple minute rounds, or a minute round, and we'll do, we're going. You don't want to grip too long in grip randori. You don't want to get a 4 or 5 minute round of grip randori. 1 minute's enough. And you want to go really hard. Okay? Now, I want to beat him in the grip every time. And I'm going to have in my mind all the time now is I know what throw I want to use with the grip I'm gripping with. If I'm a Taiotoshi guy, I know that I want to get this and I'm going to set him up. I want to start setting him up for my Taiotoshi. And he says, I know you're a Taiotoshi guy. I'm not going to let you have that. I'll pull away and I'll try to stop that. Okay, boom. And now we're in a grip fight. That's what we want to do. He has an idea what he wants to do. I have an idea what I want to do. But we're not going to really throw each other in grip rounds or randori. We're just going to be in position. Am I bent over? Always lead with my hips, don't I? Lead with your belly button or your hips, button out of your belly. Okay, don't do like this, but you want to be upright. Because I want to be able, if he attacks me, I want to be able to cut, boom, cut, and move my hips freely. If I'm all bent over like this, I'm off balance, and he can just throw me and beat me up. Okay, so we're going to do some grip rondori, okay? So, get a partner, and we're going to do some rounds of grip rondori. All right, team up, thanks. Team up, grip rondori.